Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Let me find my chat. I don't think anyone's in here yet. Oh, Lisa just messaged me. I'll just wait for y'all to get in here. I thought we'd do a little chat about Evelyn and Lori and Michelle Troconis. Damn Bluetooth just disconnected once again. Gosh, I hate that. See somebody. Good morning. Where's everybody at? I hope everybody's okay. I mean, this virus has gotten crazy. It is crazy out there. Like, we're going to have to take my brother-in-law food to Ohio Saturday. There's no food up there. Hey, Lisa. Lisa, it's crazy. Mark's going to have to take his brother Scotty some food up to Ohio, where we went to that Kid Rock concert and Hank concert. Marsha posted in her community page a link yesterday about an article about a doctor at a children's hospital who tested positive for coronavirus after he had already had contact with over 200 people. Sick children, sick people. Good morning, Debbie. How are you? I'm reporting live from my bathroom. I had to go somewhere I could find some privacy. Timothy's asleep. Mark's in his bedroom watching Fox News full blast. So, he's like, live stream from the living room, but you can hear all that in the background. So I brought me a little stool into the bathroom. My bathroom is clean, disinfected. Hey, Tremaine, Karen, Angel, how are y'all? Southern Mom, how are you? Be safe driving, girl. I can't believe you're out and about. I go in the bathroom all the time for privacy to use the phone. I think it's funny. I'm sitting here. I got me a cushioned little black stool I'm sitting on, and I got my little step stool sitting here too, so I can prop my feet up on it because I can't let my feet hang down like that because of my tendonitis. And then I got my little cosmetic basket and got something sitting there so I could set my coffee and stuff. Got my Chromebook on the sink. I thought I was stupid this morning just going outside to listen to silence. Sweet, I love doing that. I love going over and hanging out with my funny farm, Sunny Rooster, and the sister wives and goats, and just sitting there in my chair and just listening to the birds and squirrels and chickens. It's relaxing. I'm sorry, Cece, about that comment I left on your page. I was pissed off because I got my hours cut down. Tremaine, I didn't see it. Did you leave me a bad comment, Tremaine? You know that'll hurt my feelings. Shame on you. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you, Tremaine. I didn't see it. It's okay. I get it. I'm sorry that your hours got cut down. I'm hearing that the government's going to help people out. Maybe give them up to $1,000 a month. My bathroom is a safe place. Well, I just want y'all to know my bathroom is clean and disinfected. I told Mark this morning, I was like, we need a bigger house because, I need some me time, alone time, private. Angel, I like to stay home a lot, but it drives me nuts knowing I can't go to certain places. Yeah, it's not so bad staying home, but it would be bad like if you couldn't get out, get what you needed and stuff. I'm used to being home. Good morning, Morgan. Oh, it wasn't bad for you. It's about the coronavirus. I get it, Tremaine. It's stressful right now. It's worrisome. And especially for all you folks that live in like the bigger cities, bigger towns and stuff. You know, it's easy for me to make light of it because I'm in a small community. I heard an 8-month-old baby had the coronavirus in Kentucky. Stupid headset always disconnects. I'm about ready to turn it off. They still knock and scratch on the door. Yeah, I'm a homebody, so I'm good at home. Yeah, well, usually all my dogs are in the damn bathroom. It's me, Lisa. Every damn one of them. Sometimes I go to the bathroom, 4 dogs. I'd say it is stressful, Morgan. You know, it's easy. I got to thinking about that. I always tell everybody don't freak out about it, but it's easy for me to say that because I'm from a small town, you know. So I understand why everybody's freaking out. I really do. Fear of the unknown has people so concerned. This is new territory for the entire world. Well, I watched a guy give an interview to Robin Meade this morning on HLN. He had the coronavirus. Thank God he's getting better. But he said he went to Cleveland and caught the coronavirus. He had went to Cleveland to get away from his town so he wouldn't be stopping and talking to people that he knew when he ran into them and stuff. Anyways, he got the coronavirus. And he said it is awful. He says his lungs felt like they had turned to glass. And he says like the pain was almost unbearable. And he said if you just lay there though, that you will die. You'll lay there and stop breathing. You have to get up and get through. It must have like these episodes you go through. It was crazy. It was scary. And he said, your body will want to lay there so bad. It's almost like doing a drug, like a high. Your body will want to lay there, but you can't. You have to get up. If not, you will die. You will stop breathing. Listening to him give that interview, he was using Skype. He was in his hospital bed. It was scary listening to him describe what that virus had done to him. I've been working at my job for 6 years. I cannot sit at home and do nothing. Maybe you need to start doing YouTube videos while you're at home in your spare time. A lot of people are doing a lot of cleaning. I saw on the news while they're at home. Maybe try doing some work around the house or something, just anything to occupy your time. Good morning, Linda. I've lived in my state capital, lots of people, but I'm not going anywhere. Oh my gosh, that's scary. Good morning, Ginger Locks. How are you doing? So I had my topics wrote down here. I was going to talk about Evelyn Boswell a little bit. There's no updates in the case right now. Nobody has been charged. Megan's not been charged with her death. She is still in jail. Still got her high bond. There probably won't be any charges in that case for a while because I saw in Kingsport there's some restaurants and stuff shutting down there, but I don't think they'll convene a grand jury right now with the coronavirus. I could be wrong. Of course, they're not going to release the autopsy results. But hopefully when they finally do, and if they do charge Megan, we'll know a little bit about how Evelyn died based on the charges. I really hope she wasn't abusing that baby, but I feel like she was. I feel like she was a good mother in front of people, but behind closed doors, it was a different story. I just can't get out of my head what she said in that interview with WJHL. She was talking about Evelyn pulling her hair. And I just keep thinking about that. Um, she acted like she didn't mind that Evelyn did it, but one day she bent down and thought Evelyn would pull her hair, but she didn't. She kissed her. But I just thought maybe Evelyn did used to pull her hair. She didn't like it. Because we all know Megan Boswell lies. And usually everything she says is the complete damn opposite. So that's what I'm thinking about that. I just can't get that out of my mind. Damn headset disconnected again. I bet y'all get me some plug-in earbuds. This is freaking annoying. Like if I watch YouTube videos and stuff, it doesn't do that. But when I use this broadcast and stuff, like StreamYards and stuff, my Bluetooth will say connected for so long and then disconnect. I don't tell anyone I'm on YouTube, but now I'm thankful for my YouTube family while I have to stay at home. Yeah, I love YouTube. I love getting on here and chatting with everybody because, I don't have anybody to chat with about this true crime that I like to follow and stuff. And really, any friends, I've made friends since I've been on YouTube, of course. But in the past, I didn't. So it's a good way to socialize. It's just not healthy to get so into it. You know what I mean? So into it that it's affecting your real life and stuff. Good morning, Chrissy. How are you? Tremaine, please try to stay positive. I know that's easy for me to say, but things will get better. There's always a few bumps in the road. But you'll get over it. Look like you had some cute puppies. Those puppies should occupy your time, and your cool turtle, tortoise, whichever it is. It's pretty cool. Let's see. So Angela and William, Angela Boswell and William McLeod, they're still out on bond. Now I talked to Boswell on the phone yesterday. And I think she said that Angela Boswell gave an interview and said that she didn't believe her daughter would harm Evelyn, basically. Is she crazy? They found Evelyn in a damn shed, deceased, been gone for 2 damn months. Megan was her mother. She was responsible for her, just like I'm responsible for my son. It's like everybody's responsible for their kids. How could she defend her? She's going to place Evelyn's disappearance. She already has on her mother. She'll probably try to place the death on her too. She's going to. Megan's not going to admit to shit. She reminds me so much of Susan Smith and Casey Anthony combined. I about had a panic attack because I clicked on the wrong live and I thought I got blocked from the chat. Hey, Chrissy, I have done that before. Thought I got blocked and the live was already over. That's why I couldn't type in the chat. I'm just excited I get to talk to you and will listen to both your channels. It keeps me happy. Thank you. Oh, Debbie, well, thank you for being a part of the community. I appreciate each and every one of you. I don't mind to ignore, crap, I can't talk. I don't mean to ignore people in the chat. Sometimes I get to going and I half pay attention. So don't ever think I'm ignoring y'all. I've had 2 really great folks. Feel blessed to have been able to be here. Oh, Linda, you're so sweet. You're funny as hell, too. Y'all should check out Linda's channel. She does live streams. Linda's a nice lady. I saw that Will went live last night, 411 now, but I was getting ready to fall asleep. So I just clicked off YouTube and went to sleep. I didn't want to type in the chat and then fall asleep. He's bored. He's off work. Everybody's bored, going stir crazy. Morgan, Annabelle gives me life. Annabelle's the greatest. She really is. She acted like she wasn't going to come out of her shed this morning because it's damp outside, but it wasn't raining until she seen that I was leaving to come back home. Then she come out. She's so cute. I can't wait to get her a companion. To wait till this daggone coronavirus is over. Hey, Leanne. How are you? Hanging in there? Did you decide if your son's going to come visit? Stupid Bluetooth. Disconnected again. God, that's so annoying. Little things like that annoy me. Oh, yeah. I was going to tell y'all about Michelle Troconis. We all know she came out, her lawyer came out and said the police took nude photos of her when she was arrested in June of 2019. Jennifer went missing May 24th, 2019. Michelle and Fotis were arrested in June. So I'm just wondering if they did take pictures, why they would have done that. I'm not sure I'm believing that. The pictures are nowhere to be found. But now her lawyer wants her tracking, her GPS monitoring device removed. I had to cough. Oh, and they also filed motions to have all the this, you know how they took their phones and did searches and all that. They want all that cell phone data and stuff removed from the evidence, and they want her GPS tracker off because they said it's not fair to her defense. It reports all her movements to her probation officer, and she can't get a fair defense. That's what they're saying. Should have thought about that before you hooked up with the man that decided to kill his ex-wife, right? That's what I say about that. Oh, Linda, you're the greatest. You and my mom have the same name. My mom, I call her Linda Jane. And you're Linda Kay. What's that song? Wasn't there a Conway Twitty song? There was some song laying here with Linda on my mind. Do y'all remember that song? Every time I see Linda's name, I think about that. I remember they did that to Chris Watts to find defense wounds. Yeah, but I don't think it was that. That's what I was thinking yesterday. I don't think it was that long after her disappearance that they were arrested. Maybe it was May 24th and they were arrested in June. Well, it was a couple of weeks. I wouldn't know if Marks would still be there. That's what I was thinking. I don't know. I confuse myself sometimes. Your son's coming tonight. They have to work remotely from home. Leaving after work, they're getting married in June. Wedding is still on. Her bridal shower venue has been canceled. Yeah, I saw someone on the news. This couple were getting married, and now the venue has canceled and stuff, and they're not getting a refund, and they're pissed. Well, I hope your son gets there safely, Leanne. You'll have to share pictures of the wedding when they have their wedding. I bet it'll be beautiful. My brain is always tired, Chrissy, because it's always going. My mind never hardly stops. It gets exhausting sometimes. Let's see what else I wrote down. Oh, yes, they said the cell phone tower dump, as the lawyer called it, unconstitutional. Yeah, right. It's unconstitutional to kill someone, too. Know about it, not doing it about it. She knew what was going to happen. Her and Fotis lived together. If my hubby was up to something like that, I would freaking know it. There's no way he could hide that from me. No way. I would not go along with something like that at all. Let's see. Crap. Is that all I had wrote down for this morning? Yeah. So I've been watching a little bit about that dating app killer. I missed a lot of it, but I do know the jury is deliberating right now. I watched a little bit of his testimony. I'm going to go back and watch that whole trial. Leanne, I don't even have my Facebook active right now. I don't think. I was going to go on Marketplace. So now I've not seen the pictures, but I'll get on there. I just deactivate my Facebook just because my son and stuff's on there and people's crazy here on YouTube and stuff. And just use my messenger. Yeah, no refund for the bridal shower either. That's crappy. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't want to give a refund when they're not having the event. That's shady. Hey, it costs a fortune to have weddings. I don't know. I mean, no offense to anyone. I mean, I guess if I had the money, I would do it. I don't know if I would or not, though. That's just like a lot of money. Like these weddings you watch on TV when they're spending $30,000 on a wedding. That's crazy to me. But I get, like, you're only supposed to get married once. I get it. But I just don't know if I would do that. DC is expensive, Leanne. I went to Washington, DC before, and I don't know if I much liked it. I like the museums, like the Air and Space Museum, and going and seeing the monuments and stuff, but not so much the traffic and stuff. Stay tough, y'all. We will get through this. Stick together. Yes, we will. It may get a little worse before it gets better, but it'll get better. They're working on medicine for the coronavirus right now. Her parents are paying for the wedding. We paid half for the honeymoon. I mean, that's a good deal. Where are they going honeymooning at? Somewhere exotic. Have you ever watched like on the ID channel about the murders that happened on the honeymoon and stuff? Remember that case? I believe they were from Alabama and they got married and they went on vacation in Australia and they went scuba diving. And the bride really didn't like water, but her hubby insisted on it. Well, something went wrong down there. Something happened with their oxygen while they were scuba diving. She died, and he was accused of it. There was a big deal about it. It was all over the news. Florida Keys, they're going to the Florida Keys. That's cool, Ian. Hey, Light Feather. I'm going to have to get me some coffee in a minute. I was trying to think of what that case was. They made a Lifetime movie about it. He had to serve some time in that Australian jail. I do know that. It wasn't very long, though. maybe about a year, and then he come back to the States. Of course, he got married again. It was crazy. Do you remember that, Leanne? He did something to her mask and her oxygen when she was underwater. He didn't even really try to help her. At least all the decorations are returnable to Amazon. Well, maybe they could still have a bridal shower later on down the road after all this crap's over. Maybe just postpone it. That's what I would do. What about the couple that went on the cruise ship and the newly married wife was thrown overboard? Yeah, and there was another couple just got married, went on a cruise, and he disappeared. The groom disappeared. They found blood on the side of the ship. Um, at first, they thought she did it because I think they had met some people on the cruise ship. They met a few guys, and they started partying with those guys, doing coke. They was doing cocaine and everything. But anyways, the next morning, he was gone. And they found video surveillance on the cruise ship. She was making out with one of those strangers they'd met. And those boys had actually killed that guy and threw him overboard. Yeah. I just watched the movie the other day. I can't remember their names, though. Hey, Mel Mel. How are you doing? Just got Joshy to sleep. It's one of my biggest fears to die from not being able to breathe or any type of struggle like that. I just want to go in my sleep. Hey, I was watching this thing on the Travel Channel last night. It was about ghosts and stuff, and this was back from the 1800s. This guy got smallpox. He was 19 years old. And they thought he died because back then, they didn't have like those stethoscopes and stuff like that. They couldn't pick up like faint heartbeats. Anyways, they put him in a wooden casket, nailed it shut. They was taking him to bury him through town on the back of a wagon. And a woman heard something come from that wagon, from the coffin. And she demanded that the grave digger open it up, but he wouldn't. So she got some more people that was standing around in the streets to follow that wagon and demand he open it up. Well, he did, but he wouldn't let none of them look. And he's like, he is dead, because the grave digger didn't want to miss out on this dollar he was getting for every body buried, right? But he went ahead and buried the guy alive. And she got the attention of the police and stuff, is how it came out. And they found out that, yeah, he actually still was alive. It was crazy. I can't tell the story exactly right, but that's basically how it went. They must have saw scratches and stuff on the wood and stuff. He was just so weak, he just couldn't make a lot of noise, inside that wooden casket. It was crazy. Just think of how many people back then were buried alive and they really weren't dead. Doctors thought they were because they couldn't detect a heartbeat just by feeling of the pulse, right? Think about that. There was a story, and my granny told me about our kin people. She was buried alive. She was young. She was buried alive. She really wasn't dead. She was buried with all of her jewelry on her. Well, they buried her, and the grave diggers came that night. to steal her jewelry. And when they started pulling her rings off of her, she raised up and she crawled back to her daddy's steps. And he went outside and found his daughter on the steps, and she lived for many years till she's old. That's a true story. I swear to y'all, that's a true story. Yeah, thank God they was going to take her jewelry or she would have been buried alive. It's crazy. Yeah, I've told this story before here on my channel back when I first started, but yeah, I swear to y'all and everything, that is no bullshit. Of course, that was back in the days when they didn't have good medicine and stuff. Yeah. Hey, Jean. Lisa, I hope they find a vaccine for this coronavirus too. It's insane. Oh, yeah. Did y'all see my moonshine picture I posted yesterday? It was that moonshine I was telling y'all about. It smells like blueberry. It smells like a damn slushy. Slushy with alcohol smell to it, of course. Looked like Mark had drunk a little bit of that, didn't it, out of that quart. I only took one little sip so far. I watched a documentary like Saved by the Bell or something. There used to be a TV show here called that, Saved by the Bell. I love that moonshine, such a pretty color. Hey, that's the first time I've ever seen blue moonshine in my life. Seriously. We got some Mark and Digger moonshine. Real moonshine. Not from the store. That moonshine they still sell at the liquor store is not real good moonshine. It's really not. It's not the real deal. I've drank it. I've been freaked out a few times here in my facility because they all say it's haunted, and some things I've witnessed, like, let me out. Yeah, they say that a lot of people that have paranormal experiences have them at nighttime when they're all relaxed around the witching hour, as they call, when all the energy is calm, everything's calm. When I was watching that last night, they had different stories on there that were true stories. They actually had videos. They had a video. This girl had a camera, security cameras in her house, right? She lived by herself. She was laying in the bed, sleep. Her bedroom door squeaks open. It opens. And you could see the covers being pulled off of her. And she wakes up real quick, jumps up, turns the lights on, and you can tell she's going through her house looking to make sure there's not an intruder. She goes back and sits in the bed. Then all of a sudden, she had left a light on. The light started flickering. It was crazy. And then there was a video of a dog. Here this dog comes running through the house. And behind this dog is a damn trash can. It's a damn trash can rolling hard after that dog. And you could tell these was real videos. It was crazy. That dog was scared to death. See, the owners heard a loud bang. And they went, they came downstairs and they found this dog just standing back. Just, you could tell he was worried looking at that trash can. So they went and looked at the video footage. Something was after that dog. They say that pets can see spirits. It was crazy. That was a good show. I'm going to have to watch more episodes. It was on the Travel Channel. Faithful on. Morgan, I had a sleep paralysis episode. Didn't believe it until it happened. It's crazy how similar everyone's experiences is with the demon. I've had paranormal experiences. I have never really had that sleep paralysis, I don't think. But I used to sleepwalk really bad when I was a kid. Like they would have to put gates up and stuff so I didn't fall down the stairs and stuff. I had a really weird sleepwalking experience one time, and I was about 19 years old. I had this truck, my keychain. I'm gonna tell you what happened. My keychain had chocolate on it. It was a keychain that, I just bought my vehicle, so it was one of those paper ones. I had it laid down around some chocolate, but it had chocolate on it. Anyway, I went to sleep that night. No chocolate or nothing on my hands. I took a shower that night. I went to sleep and I dreamed that I drove our truck through our small town and I got pulled over by the cops for speeding. But he let me go and I come on home, right? The next morning when I woke up, I had chocolate on my hands and our truck window was down, unlocked, everything. I had to have been inside that truck. I had to have been. Hey, Leroy, how are you? And that is the last time I think I slept well. I had a hard time, thinking, is this a dream? Did I really go to the truck? But I must have had those keys in my hand. It's crazy. I love watching the older shows with my 15-year-old. Lisa, I still watch The Munsters. I watch Andy Griffith every day around 5. There's nothing else on TV. I love the old shows. Yes, Lightfeather, that's a true story, I swear. And, I didn't have any chocolate in the house that I could have ate to explain why the chocolate was there. I had got it on that little paper keychain out in the car there. Some chocolate had melted. So I had to have went out to the vehicle in my sleep. Hopefully I didn't drive. I think a cop would have realized if I'd really gotten pulled over, I was like sleepwalking or something, right? Tremaine, I used to watch Saved by the Bell. I always liked Zach. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't either. I mean, I could have hurt someone. There was a true story. I watched the movie of it of a guy that he said he was sleepwalking, but he went to his in-laws' house and murdered them. I think, well, one of them survived, right? One of them survived, but his wife stood by his side, even though he'd murdered one of her parents because he was sleepwalking. He claims. Leroy, Saved by the Bell rolled. Yes. 90210. I used to watch that too. I think I started watching 90210 in 5th grade. What was trying to kill your dog, Morgan? I was outside on the porch last night smoking, and you could hear just all kinds of coyotes. And the dogs up the road were freaking out. And once you hear a coyote, you can tell the difference in them than a regular dog that howls or barks. They sound like a bunch of little puppies. But see, that's a defense mechanism. They can make sounds and it'll make you think that there's more of them in the pack than what there really is. Coyotes will also come into people's yards and act like to other dogs that they're going to play with them and be gentle, so that dog will come up to them so they can snatch them. I've watched a video of one doing that. If that little dog hadn't had one of those little shock collars on, one of the little invisible fences set up, that coyote would have got that dog and killed it. But as soon as it left the yard, he had that dog by the shock collar. It shocked that coyote and he let go. Crazy. I'm not getting any notifications. Really, Meow Meow? Certain people I don't get notifications for, even though the bell's on. I don't know why. I've unsubscribed, resubscribed, all that. The reboot of 90210 was not all that I expected. I didn't even watch it, Tremaine. I always liked Dylan. He was my favorite on there. I had two cats killed by coyotes. They're vicious. That's why as soon as it's dark time, as soon as it turns dark, I'm over putting up my chickens and my goats because of those little bastards. Excuse my language. They got coyotes out here around the funny farm, not inside of the fence, but outside of it on camera again just a while back. There was some down the driveway too. It's crazy the way they sound in the woods. I mean, it sounds like there's like 10 puppies down there. It's weird. They make weird sounds. I watched a documentary about coyotes coming into Detroit, into like, the areas that's kind of abandoned and run down, but they come into the streets at night, scavenging for food and stuff. I couldn't believe that they come into the city. They sure did. Mel, I saw your post about taking the two kids to pick up Joshy from school. Bless your heart. I'm staying home, sitting around. I better start walking. I'm going to gain weight sitting around like this and eating. Yeah, that's how I gained weight, was when I hurt my leg and I had to sit around a lot. But crap, even though my leg's been hurting, I still try to get up and move. We still took the dogs on a walk yesterday and still tried to do stuff at the funny farm. I hear them every night heckling in the woods and see them on our street. So, Verbal, you know what I'm talking about, the sounds they make? Don't they sound like puppies? They really do. I couldn't believe it. They had the dogs up the road tore up, and you could tell a big difference in the way the coyotes sound and the dogs. I thought they would sound more like dogs, but they really don't. There's a difference. Arlo became an Olympic runner, and I had to go catch him. Oh my gosh. I hate when my dog gets away from me. Skylar, she don't want you to catch her. She does things on her, when she wants to do them. Kind of like the goat does. The damn goat's a diva. I love wolves. I do too, Leroy. I went to Bays Mountain and with my son, and they have animals there that have been hurt and they've had to, doctor up, can't be released back into the wild. They got a wolf pack up there, and a female is the leader of the pack. And they have a couple of black wolves. Man, they're pretty. The lady that takes care of them is the only person that can get that pack to howl. Like visitors come up there and they'll stand out there and try to get the wolves to howl. They will not do it. They will only do it for that one lady. She's a member of their pack. They're beautiful though. There was actually a wolf hybrid dog that killed a newborn baby in Abington, Virginia a couple years ago. These people had had this dog forever, and then they had a baby, and it attacked the newborn baby. We got the baby out of the bassinet, killed it. It's a true story. I've only seen one coyote here, thank God. Over the summer, we had bobcats. People were laughing at me because they freaked me out. If there's one coyote, there's more. You probably saw their scout. They'll send one out scouting around. There's more somewhere else. My papa used to trap bobcats, Chrissy. like back in the 80s. Now, I don't agree with that. But he would trap and sell their furs, but he always made the hunting and trapping laws and respected animals. But I'm an animal lover. I don't like trapping and stuff. But there's a picture of him holding up a big bobcat. I think they're really pretty. I hate people seek their hunting dogs on them and stuff. I mean, I understand if they're messing with your farm animals. I get it. But just hunting for sport and stuff, I don't know why people do that. Gotta run. Puppy needs to go out. I must start my day. Thank you, Coffee CC. Thank you to all who are here. Be safe and kind. Thank you all. Bye, Linda. You're so sweet. Have a good day. I got to get going here in a minute, too. I can't sit here any longer, guys. I'm sorry. Hyena scared the crap out of me after I watched a ton of videos on them eating the prey alive. Yeah, well, I watched this show called I Was Prey on Animal Planet, and this guy had a hyena as a pet in an apartment, and it attacked him and about killed him. And he had raised it since it was little. Those wild dogs in Africa are freaky looking little creatures, aren't they? They're kind of like coyotes in a way, I think, but they call them wild dogs. Bye, Leroy. Have a good day. Thanks for stopping and chatting. Bye, Light Feather. Have a good day. Bye, Southern Mom. Y'all have a good day. I will see y'all tomorrow. I've run my mouth long enough. Hopefully, we'll have some better topics to talk about. I just didn't see a lot going on this morning. This coronavirus is mainly what's going on. Bye, Burble. Be safe. Bye, Lisa. Bye, guys. Y'all be kind. Be safe. Love y'all. Peace. Bye, Morgan. Have a good day. Bye, Mel Mel. Leanne. Everybody. Bye. Love y'all. Bye, faithful one.